Hi, Greg at Commercial Business Machines, back again today to give you a couple tech tips on how to operate your machine and how to deal with a problem that we've seen come up quite a bit with our customers. So let me show you. It involves the document processor. So what happens if you end up with that pesky problem of lines on your copies? So I want to show you how to diagnose that and how you can instantly resolve it. At least 9 out of 10 times quite easily. So let me show you. So step one, we're going to take, I've got a two-sided original here. We're going to put it in the machine and I'm going to make a copy of it. So we'll go into the copy mode and I'm going to tell it that I want to duplex, of course, so 2 to 2. And at this juncture, that's the only thing I'm doing. So we're going to make this photocopy, and in so doing, we're going to end up with lines on the copy. I'm pretty sure because we made sure it was that way. Now, when this copy comes out, I want to pay attention to where the lines are. Now, I must tell you, this particular machine is fortunate to have a dual scan document processor, and if you're fortunate enough to have one of those as well, then this is especially for you. Because the key there is that a dual scan document processor will scan both sides of a two-sided original on a single pass without having to flip or flop it over. But that means it has two scan heads, and you need to know where to look for each one. So let me show you. Here we go. Here's our photocopy, and son of a gun, there's a line on the front. And if we turn it over, it's actually not technically a line, it's technically a light or blank spot almost on the back. So let's deal with these one at a time. So step one in diagnosis, what we'd like you to do is to take your original. I always give people a bad time about this. Make sure it doesn't have lines on it, because if it does, guess what? So will your copy. I've had that happen before, believe it or not. But take that original, and instead of running it through your document feeder, place it on the glass and make a copy of it that way. If that copy has lines on it, guess what? You're going to need us, because the problem is actually inside the engine of the machine. But if that does not have lines on it, guess what? It's not in the machine. It's telling us that we've got optics that are dirty. So we've taken a picture here of what that prompt looks like, because the machine actually knows if the slit glass, what it refers to it as, is dirty. So here's how we deal with that. If you end up with lines on the copies that you run through the feeder, but not off the big platen glass, this is the little slit glass here on the end. And the key is, you may not be able to see anything wrong with it. It looks like, well, crumb, that looks fine. Well, the challenge is, we're not always able to see what the machine is. Since it uses this gazillion watt lamp, it can see stuff that we cannot. So here's the tip. If you take this photocopy that had the line on it and place it down here in the same orientation that you had it in your document feeder, wherever that line is, guess what? That's where the crud, technical term, that's where that crud's going to be. And right there, I actually wrote with a Sharpie on purpose. So what do you use to clean it? Well, either alcohol or Windex, depending on what the crud, technical term, is, will work. But here's the key if you don't hear anything else. That chemical, Windex or alcohol, spray it on your rag, not on the machine. If you do and it gets underneath the slit glass, now you're going to need our help. So a little bit on the rag and clean the smudge off, and that should get you going and solve your problem. That should take care of us for the front side. What about that backside issue though? Well, again, only with the dual scan document processor. If we open this guy up, we're going to see there is a second slit glass, and it may be challenging to see, forgive us in this video, but that slit glass is right here. And the whiteout is, well, it's right there actually, and I know that because, well, I'm the one that put it there for this demonstration. So that then will clean right off again with the same alcohol or Windex, and with clean slit glass, then you'll be back in the copying business again with clean images both sides. While I'm in here, I'd also like to show you that there's a sensor in here, and it's right here, and you'd never know it was there. That is, of course, right up until the machine throws a jam indication telling you you've got a jam in your document feeder and you can't find anything wrong. Well, guess what? When, not if, when this gets dusty, because it just happens in normal usage, and that sensor gets covered with paper dust, the machine just simply cannot tell where the edge of the paper is. At that point, it can throw a false jam code. Although we're happy to be of help, ultimately, if you'll simply take a clean rag or even a Q-tip and clean that guy off, it'll be able to tell where the edge of the paper is once again, and you'll be back in the copying business one more time. So hopefully that'll help you today. Thanks for being a part of our tech tip today. If we can ever be of any additional assistance, please feel free to contact us here at Commercial Business Machines. Thank you so much for your time today.